Well, there it is, boys. We have officially clinched the World Drivers' Championship with 1 round to go. And as a result of basically 3 of the 4 main contenders dropping out in Rally Australia, Richard Burns has now elevated himself up to 2nd place in points with 49. I had 60 points before, and now I am up to 70 points as a result of Peugeot's misfortunes. And it doesn't look like we're going to get any more than 15 drivers on the board. However, all teams have managed to score at least 1 point, so that's one good thing. And Ford is now only 13 behind Peugeot, but I doubt we're going to beat them. Okay, let's head to Rally Great Britain.
The Rally of Great Britain may be 70 years old, but it's still capable of catching out the unwary as it winds through the Welsh forests. The biggest challenge is often the British weather. If or when it turns bad, drivers can be faced with rain, mud, fog, snow, and yet more mud. The last round of the WRC often decides who wears the champion's crown.
Well, it's a good thing I don't have to worry about that, because I am already the champion mathematically. And yep, we are driving in very British weather. Fog and rain. And yes, like with most of the rallies, we will also be driving both day and night. But, either way, this is how it will end. So, I think at this point, I'm not really sure if I should change anything on the car. Except maybe the toe link. But I'm not really sure about anything else, in all honesty. I might also lower the ride height a bit, but aside from that, there's not really much else I feel I have to change. I think everything else should be fine from what I can see. Anyway, we'll know soon enough, as we begin with Cardiff Docks Reverse. Yeah, that was what I did before. Trying this again. Because otherwise I'll be disappointed. Yeah, I'm just gonna basically cut to the chase with this because, well, in all honesty, it was a case of it going well until it suddenly wasn't. And then it was basically after that when I quite simply died. And because I cannot save this game after every single stage, which is the annoying part, I have to do a series of stages before I can actually save the game. And because there are no restart options, it's not possible for me to correct myself from my previous errors, which is what makes it slightly annoying. Because personally, I'm someone who just wants to keep the ball moving, instead of just having it stopped all the time.
100 right 2 into left 5 opens. 100 right 6 care narrows into left 6. 100 left 5.
But anyway, we'll see how we do.
70 right 4.
And maybe we can get back into this or something, if possible. Oh, and I've gone too deep, and on there, But either way, I still come away 4/10 clear of the next best. So all I really needed to be for that was just a little bit faster and then I would have it. Not bad. Oh, and one of the Skodas is out. But anyway, these are your results so far. And now all we have to do is try and see if we can continue these results somehow. Okay, here we go. Yeah, if you're asking, I am not really bothered about pronouncing Welsh place names because a lot of them are pronounced rather weird. And that's partly the reason as to why I am not really bothered to say the names. Except for Cardiff, of course, because, well, Cardiff, of course, is obviously the Welsh capital. There was also one time where they used to have the Rally of Great Britain in Chatsworth as well, which, oddly enough, is a place I actually don't live too far from. And improving on my previous effort, which surprises me. But either way, I really don't care about winning or losing this rally. I am pretty much just here to have fun. Because I have honestly been struggling so much to just try and get this finished, that I think at this point, if I just get it finished, then basically I can just afford to finish this game off with the fun stuff. Or funner stuff than what we've had before. I think that's a word. Well, the more fun stuff than what we have been dealing with throughout this championship. But either way, pretty much got no chance of losing the championship now, even if I do go scoreless. Because I have a monumental points lead now. Because I am leading by just over 2 rounds. Which means at this point, I am quite simply the champion-elect. Regardless of what happens now. Because of my main rival's misfortunes. Last time out in Australia. Really doesn't matter if I win or lose at this point. I have pretty much come away with quite simply the biggest prize of all, and that of course is the WRC Drivers' Championship. Shit. Come on, okay. I got back on the road under my own power. That's fine. And in spite of my best of attempts to lose the stage lead, I actually find myself in the lead at this stage, which surprises me.
150 left, 6 care, trees outside, 100 left, 4.
I don't think we're going to beat Peugeot in the Manufacturers' Championship. I mean, that really would need something miraculous for that to be the case. But the Drivers' Championship, that is definitely clinched regardless of what happens now. I've basically got no chance of losing that. Anyway, there we go. And we've got 3 of 4 Peugeots in the top 6, as the 4th one finished in P10. And we've had another retirement. It's Stig Blomqvist in the 2nd Skoda. Shame. Anyway, now got a 3-second lead over Gronholm, and Rovanperä is in 3rd. I can't tell if the name is pronounced Rovanperä or Rovanperä. It's definitely one of the two. Also, Kenneth Eriksson at the moment is in P8. So if one of the top 6 drops out, he might have a shot of scoring points. Anyway, on now to stage 3. So clearer skies, but still raining. But either way, this will mark the end of day 1, and then we can move on to our other 2 days.
1, 30, right 3, 100, right 5, caution jump, maybe into right 2, 100, left 5, care, ditch, outside, 100, right 3, into
Anyway,
left 4,
let's see how we go.
inside, 100, right 2, into left 3,
I think my setup is working pretty well so far,
over crest,
so I think I probably have got it right for this rally, from what I can see so far.
100 left 4 over crest into right 3.
Oh, and that was a little bit deep there.
5 over crest. 100 right 4 ditch outside into left 3. 150 caution
Okay.
over crest into left 3.
Oh, and
right
that's a
5,
ditch
300 caution over
inside the
crest
road
into
there.
right 1 and left 2.
And running wide there.
70 right 2.
Oh god,
into left
okay.
3.
It's alright, it's fine.
100 right 3 and right
We're still doing good.
150
somehow.
left 3 over crest.
Just gotta try and hold on to that.
150 left
If I
3
can.
into right 2 and left 4. 150 right 4 caution fence outside. 50 over crest
Oh,
into
and
right
yeah,
2
I knew that
care
was
ditch
coming.
inside.
And I am way off track now.
70 left 3 into right 4 and left
Still,
5.
that's a pretty hard
150
fence.
left 3 into dip.
Guess it must be for wildlife.
70 left 3 into dip. 100
Well,
left 2 and left
I think I know
2.
precisely
100
where
right
my
5
lead is going to be
over
lost, and
crest
that's the
and
case.
right 5.
It's pretty much going to be that fence that took it away from me. Okay,
100 left
that wasn't
2
as hard as
into
before,
right 1, 150 right
thankfully.
2 into left 5,
And the
opens
fence is now
care
gone
ditch
again,
inside,
so
150 over crest
yeah,
into
I'm
left
strongly
3,
convinced in saying where that metal
100
fencing is.
left 3 over crest.
It is definitely what
Right
I would
2
call.
through gate and right 5.
Okay, made it through without touching the gate, thankfully.
70 right 3
Hopefully,
into left
I did
5,
not lose too much
150
time as a
left
result of
3
that.
over crest and left 2, 200 care through gate into right 3,
Okay, take it easy.
150 left 4
How far off am I going to be?
I
I know I'm going to be off, but by how much?
150 right 3 into left 2,
8 seconds.
70 right 2 into left
Really not
3
making
and
much use of
right
the stage
2,
right now.
70 right 3 into left 1, 50 right 6, 100 over crest into hairpin left,
No, we'll see what
70
happens.
right 5 over crest,
I really doubt another driver is going to get points on the board
100
before this is all
right
over.
3 caution stump inside, 70 caution crest
Because
into
I think at this
left,
point,
5 care dip into right 2, 100 left 2 care
I don't
through
think
gate into right
the points
3,
are really going to change for this.
150 left 3, 100 left 4 into into right,
Okay.
3 and left, 3 over
Okay.
crest, 100
And still
right, 3
riding on the
into
grass
left,
somehow.
1 and right 2, 100 left,
As a result,
6
I
don't
dropped
cut,
from
stump inside,
P1
dip
to
into
P8.
left 2, 70 right 2 into left 3, 70 right 3 over crest,
Okay,
100 right 2
Alright.
into left 3
Okay.
and right 4, 100 over crest,
And
care,
almost
into left 6,
getting the
100
Femto
left,
punishment there.
3 into dip, 100 right 4,
And I move back up into P3. So I think that's probably going to drop me behind Marcus in terms of who leads the rally, but... And that has dropped me down even further now. Well, I probably wasn't going to win this rally, but I think I definitely would have had a good result either way, if I was able to limit the mistakes. And I think I still can get a good result, because I really have got nothing to lose at this point, from what I can see. It definitely seems to be one of those... It definitely seems to be one of those cases where it's a case of me trying to make sure that I can finish this rally off on a high. And also this championship as well, because if I can finish this off on a high, then it technically means that I will finish off as not only a champion, but a champion in a good position. And in spite of my mistakes, I now move up to P2. Still got to watch out for rocks though. That's definitely going to be one of the top concerns at this point, aside from the trees. Okay. Right. Okay. Still keeping it together somehow. Keep together, okay. Thankfully, no fence is there in the grass. Only coloured tape, mostly. Or coloured netting, I should say, because that's basically what that is. Okay. How far off am I going to be? I finish behind by 8 seconds. Well, it's going to put me behind by 5, but we've still got time. Okay, so not too bad overall in spite of those mid-stage mistakes. And Kenneth Eriksson is actually not doing a bad job at the moment. And we've had another retirement, this time it's Sebastian Loeb. Oh, and Kenneth Eriksson now moves up into the top 6 as a result, in the Skoda. Okay. That's cool. Anyway, these are your results. So Gronholm leads the rally at the moment by 5 seconds over me, but we still have time to make up for it, as after the hail we have got 2 dry stages. Just having a sip of water from my bottle. And pretty much the usual repairs. Don't really need to change anything. And hopefully, if it's possible, the hail will not catch us out. As we have got Krychen. Yeah, things are not going very well at the moment. In this, our final rally of the Expert Championship. Because not only am I trying to somehow keep myself afloat, but I am also somehow trying to stop myself from crashing everywhere. Which at the moment is proving to be much harder than you think.
100 left, 2 and hairpin right.
At least I actually made it through that corner this time. Because after this, we have got two night stages to do.
150 right, 5 into dip.
But we'll wait and see how we do from here.
100
Maybe we'll get
left,
somewhere,
5 over
or maybe
crest.
we won't.
100 over crest into left, 4 and right, 3. 150 left, 3 over crest into right, 2.
The one thing I know for sure is I have to try in order to be sure.
100 long straight.
And by God, I am going to fucking
200
try.
right, 2 care ditch inside.
Because I have to.
150 right, 3 over crest into left, 2 and right, 1. 30 left, 3
Huh,
over
that actually
crest.
worked.
100
I
right,
actually
2 and
stopped
left,
myself
1.
from beaching my car in the
100
fence.
right, 1 and left,
For once that
3,
actually
50
paid off.
right, 5 and dip 70 left,
And I am
5
actually
into
not
right, 4
angry
over
with
crest,
myself.
70 caution over crest into right,
Because I
4.
actually dodged it.
100 long left, 5 opens.
I defended
150 left,
myself from the
here
block.
over crest. 200 long right,
Basically.
3.
And I am hitting all the
100
sponsors.
left, 2 into long right, 3 care
Couldn't
jump
really see how
freebie.
to avoid that. In
150
honesty,
right, 2
okay.
into left, 2. 100 care through gate into left, 2. 150 left, 2. 70 left, 2.
Yeah, I'm definitely not winning this rally.
150 left.
I feel like I should say that
right,
now,
3
because
care
these
through
trees
150
just don't want me to
left,
do
5
it.
over crest into right, 2. 100 left, 3
As much as I
into
am
long right, 4.
really trying to do it. But I think at this point, the mistakes I have made so far,
3 opens.
they might be too much for me to overcome.
150
Fully,
left,
I mean.
3 and right,
Not that that
3,
really matters, because I'm
150
already
left,
champion
2
elect as it
into
is,
right,
but
2 over crest.
yeah, it's not something I'm going to recover from. Okay. So where does that put me position-wise? Okay, I'm still currently P2 in the standings, at least. Oh, and we had another retirement. This time, Jopanitsi. Again. Okay, to get through these next two stages, I have to keep my car on the road. No matter what happens, I need to keep my car on the road. There's nothing else more important than doing that. I have to do that at the least.
100 right 2 and long right 3. 200 right 5 opens.
Of course, I'm pretty much out of contention for the win, but I might just be able to get P2 if I can hold on long enough.
Into left 1 and right 3 over crest. 200
Or probably
over crest.
P3 at the
Into
least if I
left 2
manage to
and very long right
continue
3.
extending my gap. Which also isn't too bad of a position to finish in all honesty.
200 right 2 into left 3 care jump maybe.
God damn it. What the fuck do I have to do to get myself out of these spots?
150 left 2. 100 caution. 150 right 3. 100 left.
Honestly,
into right 2.
once I do manage to finish this, there will definitely be a sense of relief.
100
Because of
left,
just how
into right 4.
wild and stressful getting through most of these rallies has really been. Except for maybe one or two where I actually have done better than expected.
150
But with this, I'm doing exactly as I expected. Which is very unwell at the moment.
100 right 2 over crest.
Because I just don't
150
have the
left
pace
into right 2.
nor the concentration to do it.
150 left 2.
But again, I have to do this in another stage. Because if I don't, then I won't reach my save point for the rally.
150 right 3. 150 right 4.
But you know what? For the most part, my car has been on the road. And I think that's better than what I thought was going to happen at this point. I still think I can do better than this, but you know what? I am working on it, so it is better than nothing.
200 straight.
Which at this point is not too bad,
150 over crest.
because I'm just
right
trying to make
5,
sure my
100
car
right
stays on the
5
road
into
somehow.
left 3
And
right 4.
Also making sure that if I do run wide, I can rejoin under my own power,
150 long left 5 caution over crest.
which basically means it is without the game resetting me back on the road
100 right
and
3
making me lose a
into
bunch of
left
time.
1 and right 2. 200 long left 3
I really
over
cannot
crest.
wait for this to be over. I will put it that way.
200 long right
Okay,
4.
I am gaining some spots back again. And Kenneth Eriksson is running inside the top 3. So I am definitely gaining some time back again. I did have to step on the brakes there, else I probably would have hit the fence. It's normally a horrible feeling when your car hits the fence, because it means that you've probably knocked your headlights out. And considering I did that before, it was a not fun experience just driving with normal headlights instead of full beam headlights, which is what I have now. Okay, P3. Good recovery. That was honestly better than what I was expecting, in spite of those early mistakes. And 2 Skodas inside the top 6. That's actually not bad. But anyway, there we go. And it is razor tight for 4th position at the moment. Meanwhile, I am able to hold on to 2nd. Okay, on now to stage 6 for another night stage. All things considered, I have got much more visibility than what I had before, which means I can virtually see where the road is this time.
70, right 2 and straight. 100, long left, 3
Okay.
clear over crest.
That was better than I thought it was going to be.
150, right 5, opens into very long, right
But
2.
you know what? I think I might actually be
150, clear,
in a
jump
good spot
maybe.
for this.
100 over crest. 30, right 2,
If I
150,
can somehow
left,
manage
3 clear, ditch inside.
to get myself
200, long right
through this
3.
with minimal damage, then I'll be happy.
200, right 2 and left 2. 100, left 4 over crest.
Somehow,
150,
I don't
long
think
hairpin
Kenneth Eriksson
right.
is going to finish in the points. I would like him to, but I doubt that's going to happen.
100,
Especially
left,
since
3
the
into right 2. 100,
top
left,
runners are
4
pretty much
over
turning the
crest.
wick up now. Or the top teams, I should say.
100, left 5. 150, very long, left 3 over crest. 200 into dip and left 3. 100, right 2 over crest. 200, right 4 over crest.
Okay, just keeping it together somehow.
100, right 3 into left 2 over
Not
crest.
going to
150,
jinx
left
myself just
4.
yet. Because I really want to make sure I get this right.
3 into right 3.
I really do.
150, very long, right 3.
That's kind of why I'm still taking a conservative approach to this whole thing.
150
Because I
over
want
crest.
to make sure that I don't somehow get it wrong.
100 left.
Although I
2
am pretty
into
sure I
right
have got it
2
wrong
over
multiple
crest.
times, but
150 left 2 into right 2 and left 3.
either way,
200 long left 3
I am
over
doing
crest.
better than I thought I was going to be doing for now. Which is one good thing I
150
have.
caution over jump. 100 right 2. 70 right 4.
Okay. Alright.
150
try and keep this
left
together.
3 over crest into
As once
right
again
3.
another notification pops up on my phone because I have the same
100
thing
left
for
2.
my
70
Fitbit
right
as well,
4.
which I'm wearing on
150
my left wrist.
3. 150 right 2. 100 over crest.
Okay, just
100
keep
caution
it
jump
together.
maybe into right 2 and
Maybe
left
my
3.
progress will not stymie too much.
150 long left 2.
Okay, keeping it together somehow.
200 left 2 and right 2.
But the real question is,
150
can I
left
stay in the
3
fight?
over crest. 150 left 3.
I want to say yes, but I
150
make no
left 6
guarantees
clear
of
trees
it.
outside. 100 left 4.
God, my throat is not doing very well right now.
150 left 1 into right 1.
It definitely feels like
150
there is
right
just
5 opens clear ditch inside.
very much
100 left 2 into right 3 and left 1 over crest. 150 left
a chest
3.
infected cough I'm having right
100
now.
and finish.
Okay. Yo, Kenneth Eriksson finished P3 in the Skoda. Let's go! Also, all things considered, I will gladly accept finishing P2 in that stage. That was honestly a much better result than what I was anticipating. And so, Kenneth Eriksson is currently P4 in the Skoda. Don't say that very often. So 2 Fords, 3 Peugeots and 1 Skoda are currently the point scorers. And now, I am going to save over my previous file. Can we please get somewhere this time?
3,
And
2,
maybe
1,
not
100, right,
have
1
a
into
big,
left,
massive
3,
fuck up
150, right, 4,
on the stage
don't cut.
time. Please.
100 left, 1
Can we actually
into
get somewhere
long right,
this
2
time?
tightens, 50 over crest into long left, 2, 70 tightens over crest, 150 right, 2 into left, 1, 150
Because
right, 5
I
and
desperately
left,
want
2
that.
through gate into left, 3, 100 right, 2 and straight over crest.
Anything like that will
Right,
actually be
2,
good,
don't cut.
if possible.
150 caution right 3 through gate 150 right 2 into left 1 don't cut.
Okay, I actually get it right
caution
through the
over
gate
crest
this time,
into long left
which
3
was a
100
good
right
thing, I
2
guess.
150 very long left 3 don't
I need
cut
to see if I can do
300
the
over
rest.
jump into right 4 and long left 3 200 over crest
I
into
really
long
want to
right
try and
4
make sure
caution
it's
inside.
finished. If I can somehow.
150 over crest.
Yeah, I basically just
70 caution over
didn't
crest
bother
into
braking or
left 5 30
accelerating
caution left
in case if my
over
car got
crest,
beached
50
again.
right 5
I kind of had to do that,
70 left 5 caution trees outside into
because there was
right
nothing else
4
that could really be
150
done
over crest into left 3
in response to
don't
it.
cut 150 over crest into right 2
I probably did not need to press the
100
brakes
right
there, but I
4
somehow
over
did
crest,
anyway.
70 left 3
At least my car was able to get back up on all four wheels again,
100 left 2 and straight over crest 200
in spite of me
long
clipping
right
the fence.
150 right 4
Come on, Mr.
100
Checkpoint.
right
Where are
3
you, Mr.
over crest.
Checkpoint?
100
You are there.
over crest
Oh
and
God.
tightens into right 5 100 left 5 150 over crest into left 4 150 very long right 3 tightens over crest
Okay,
150
let's
right
see
2
if we can actually get something
200
right this
right
time.
3 onto left 1
Personally, I'm hoping for
150
that,
left 5 don't cut
if that is in any way
70
possible.
over crest into right 2 and left 1
Okay.
70 over crest
Well, I
into
survived
left 2
the
50 long right 3
hairpin at
150
least.
long left 4 don't cut
And I braked too early.
150 long right 5 don't cut into left 2
Okay,
150 left 2 over crest
let's see if we can keep this up.
200 left 2 onto left 1 150 right 4
Oh,
70
that might
over
have been a
crest
little too
into
fast
left
there.
3
But at least I kept it. At least I kept it together. Okay, P2. I'm fine with that. Alright. That was a pretty good stage altogether. And Kenneth Eriksson finished P10. Okay. But he's still P4. However, he still has to hold off Richard Burns and Marco Martin if he wants to stay there. Yeah, I think P2 at this point is pretty much secured. It's basically just a matter of me holding on now for the rest of the rally. So let's go with Resalfen. Our final official rally stage, because after this we have got the super special stage to send off what has very much been, I believe, a championship of trial, error, anger, stress, humiliation, and yet if we get it finished tonight, triumph.
150 left.
as I am on course to scoring 3 wins and 10 podiums for the championship overall. That very much looks to be the case, from what I can see.
Long right to 100 tightens over crest into right 5 70 left 4 caution outside 30 caution ditch outside long left 2
I try and do what
caution
I
ditch
must.
outside tightens into left 5 caution ditch inside 150 over crest
To make
into
sure that
left
I am
2
still
and
fast.
right 1 caution ditch inside 70 long left 3 caution ditch inside 100 right 1 into left 2.
I don't think I'm going to win the rally anymore, but I definitely think at this point P2 is probably the next best thing I can ask for, all things considered.
Don't cut 70 long hairpin right don't cut 100 over crest into left 6 don't cut 50 over crest into left 2 100 right 6 don't cut.
I would definitely like it though if Kenneth Eriksson could finish in the points. It would be a nice little bonus point for Skoda at the least.
150 right 2 into hairpin right opens 100 long straight 200 caution into left 5.
It would be nice if it was going to finish that way.
150 caution over crest into left
With 16 drivers on the board.
into left 5 30 right 3
And I do manage to rejoin the road under my own power again.
crest opens 100 over crest into long right 4 150 caution left 3 tightens 70 right 4 into long left 3 200 over jump maybe into right 3 100 tightens into right 5
And once again, Grönholm leads. Not too
50
surprising,
left
in all
over
honesty.
into long right 3 70 left 3 over
Yeah, I
crest,
really don't think
long
Kenneth
left
Eriksson
2,
is going to be in the
100
points
caution
anymore.
tightens over jump 50
If he somehow
right
still
2
is in
into
points at
left
this
2,
stage.
70 right 2 over crest into right 6 over crest
I think Skoda probably will get
30
some
left
points,
2
but I'm not
into
sure how many
left 2,
points.
100 right 4 into left 3 70 right 3 don't cut 100 right 3 over crest 70 left 4 and through gate right 2 over crest.
I mean, it's a long
inside,
stage, so
caution left 3 into right 6
I really don't know
don't
what's
cut
going to happen
30
here.
over crest into long left 3 150 right 4 over crest.
I guess we'll just have
100
to
long
wait
hairpin
and see.
left, don't cut. 100 over crest into very long hairpin right. 30, don't cut. 100 long hairpin
If there
left,
is
don't cut.
any room for last minute improvements.
Right 1 over crest onto left 3. 100 caution right 2 into left 3. 70 right 2 into
But we'll
left
see.
2. 100 right 4 over crest, don't cut. 100 long right 2 caution ditch inside.
Yeah, somehow
100 tightens into right 3 over crest, long left 3.
Unless Kenneth is ahead of who else is in the points at the moment, I doubt he's going to be scoring points now. Wherever he is, I think it might be too far back.
Caution left 5 and through gate 30 left 3 over crest.
I probably knew that was going to happen
Into long right 4 and
at some
left
point.
1 onto right 4.
But you know what? I'm nearly done with this championship. And the sooner I get this championship done, the sooner... Oh, there's a helicopter. The sooner I can just basically have fun with the rest of the game, because that is what I want to do. And probably also drive the other 4 cars that I did not drive in the championships, because we have the WRC challenge, and then after that we've got the bonus stages. Probably use the bonus cars for that. And then we've
straight,
also got
100
the,
over jump. 30
and then
over
after
jump,
that we've
maybe
got
50,
the,
right 2 into left 3, 70, left 3, 100, right 4 over crest
oh yeah,
into left 2,
the bonus
70,
stages,
right 3
and then
over
the cheat
crest
codes.
into left 2, 100, left 6, 100, right 2 over crest into right 3, caution ditch inside, 150, left 4 over crest, 100 left 4 opens into long left 2, 100 tightens
Well, it
into
looks like
left
I am
3,
gaining
50
some time
right
back
4
again.
over crest, 70 right 4 over crest,
At least I can say after this
100
we'll
over crest into
only
long
have to do
left
Cardiff
3,
Docks to
150 over
end off this
crest into
championship.
right 3, don't cut
And
into
then afterwards,
long
we can
left 2,
basically
into
just do
right
whatever we
1,
want
150 right 4 into left 3,
for the rest of this
100
game,
right
which
5
is
into
basically
left
just showing
4.
off the extras mostly.
Right 5
Damn
into
it.
left 4, 70 right 2,
Every
tightens
time.
into right
Every
5,
time
100
it thinks I've
left
gone too
3
deep into the
over
grass,
jump
it just
into
has to
left
auto-reset
6,
me
100
in all the
opens
wrong
into left
places.
3 and straight,
It always does that.
150
At least we're at the finish, so it doesn't matter. All things considered, that could have been worse. Yeah, somehow I don't believe Ericsson is in the points anymore. Yeah, he is definitely not in the points anymore. Oh, never mind, he is still in the points. He's just dropped down to 6th. Yeah, I think he could still get some points here, actually. It's very possible, if he's still 6th. But anyway, we've got Cardiff Docks. Our final stage of championship mode in this game. You know what? I'm actually going to put the volume on my TV on again, because we've scored P2, and I think all the other positions now are practically secured. So hopefully this manages to work out. And what do you know? I am up against one of my teammates for this. Okay. Well, might as well get this finished.
2, 1, go.
And then
50 right 5.
I will never have to do this
Caution
again.
jump, maybe into left 4, 100 right 5,
Still, I did not think, in spite of all the stress I had
70 right
for
6
the
here,
first half of
into
this
left
championship,
6,
I was actually going to end up
70 right
clinching the
4,
championship around
100
early.
left 3,
I was not anticipating that.
100
I really
hairpin
wasn't.
right, 100 right 6 into very long left 4 tightens,
It definitely wasn't
200
expected
over
from what I
crest
can see.
into right 5, 100 right 6,
But anyway,
70 left 3
we'll see how we
into
go from
hairpin
here.
right, 100 caution jump maybe over bridge,
Okay.
70
Somehow
right
keeping
3
myself in it.
tightens, 100 left 2,
Okay. Okay. It's fine,
100
it's fine.
right 5,
I kept it together somehow.
100 right 5, 100
And a few
long
corners
left 5
left.
tightens,
And then we're done.
150 through water splash
Okay.
into right 4,
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Probably going to be a few seconds off, but it doesn't matter because I will still finish P2 in the rally. That's all I care about. Okay, P6. Still, where did Ericsson finish? P11. Is that going to be enough for him to score a point? Okay, it is. Okay, so that is one driver from all 7 teams that has managed to score at least 1 point. He barely scored the point over Alistair McRae. But anyway, so Marcus Gronholm wins and basically secures the manufacturer's title for Peugeot, but I probably knew that was going to happen either way. I finished second with Harry Rovanpera third, Richard Burns fourth, Marco Martin fifth, and Kenneth Eriksson just held on for sixth position in the Skoda. And here is from 7th to 12th, and here is the rest of the finishing order, rounded off by Thomas Radstrom, as we had 4 retirements again, 1 Citroën, 1 Peugeot, and 2 Skodas. You know what? I might as well save over this one, because that was my previous saved file and also because I said so. So another 6 points to me, and another 10 points to Gronholm, which should give my point score total in the end 76. Points is how many I will have scored overall. And in the manufacturers, Peugeot gets 14, Ford gets 9, Skoda 2, and Mitsubishi 1. Not bad. But either way, we finish P2 in the UK rally, which means we've now unlocked the Hyundai Extreme Bonus car. But there is another celebration we get for winning the championship as well, as I will show you in just a minute. So there we go, your final point standings, 76 points to me, as I have managed to rectify the title that Carlos lost in 98 when his engine blew in the final stage in the Toyota Corolla. I redeem his championship loss from before by giving him the 3rd title that sadly he never won. But anyway, 18-point margin of victory over Marcus Gronholm, and Richard Burns rounds off the podium in 3rd with 52. Gilles Panizzi and his expert championship run with 2 DNFs after scoring 46 points and I think 3 wins if I remember correctly. Then we had Harry Rovanpera 5th and Tommi Mäkinen a distant 6th in the Subaru, who narrowly edges out Petter Solberg. Marco Martin finished 8th, with Francois Delacour 9th, and Francois Duval, my other teammate, finishing 10th. Also tied with Toshihiro Arai in the 3rd Subaru. Sebastian Loeb got 3 points, and 16 drivers overall scored at least 1 point. Alistair McRae, Kenneth Eriksson, Armin Schwartz, and Philippe Bugalski were the 1 point scorers. And also, 1 driver from all 7 teams scored at least 1 point. And in the manufacturers, while Peugeot clearly beats Ford, 140 to them, 122 to us, 58 points to Subaru, 28 points to Mitsubishi, 8 points to Citroën, 6 points to Skoda, and 2 points to Hyundai. Nice. And as a result of us winning the Expert Championship, we have now unlocked EVOS, which is also our last secret code unlock. Although I will have to get the other 2 codes somehow, and I will do that. But either way, we are World Rally Champions, baby! And that means the Expert Championship is finally done. After 14 rounds of trial, error, anger, stress, humiliation, and yet somehow triumph, we have actually done it. We have actually beaten the Expert Championship, and as a result, we managed to unlock all but 2 cheat codes, but I will get those. I will have to do my research first, but I will get those 2 missing codes because we can still get those. But anyway, we've got 12 of the 14 cheat codes, as we're short of 4. And I will have to make sure that I get those in. And something else that we unlocked throughout our progression, if I can just move over to them, we unlocked a few extreme model cars, as we got the Peugeot 206, the Evo 7, the Skoda Octavia, and the Hyundai Accent. All of those 4 being extreme models, and I still have to get the other ones. But yeah, we basically do unlock those from finishing on the podium throughout certain rallies. But either way, the Expert Championship is now done, and I am so glad I do not have to do it again. But either way, we can now get on with the fun stuff to finish this game off. So, the Expert Championship is now finally done, and next time we will be doing the WRC Challenge, coming in the next episode.